Hey guys, just editing this video and I realized I didn't give Marcus a shout out. So he has a business for selling Toyota used parts called Noob Auto Parts, and he also has a YouTube channel with the same name. So check his stuff out. He does heaps of cool projects. He's got this RA40 Slaker with a 3S GTE in it, and it's just silly. So that's really cool. And he's just starting a dyno project as well with a barra in it. So truck things, awesome. Check him out, guys. He's a top bloke, and his content is hilarious. So thanks, Marcus, and get back to the video. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of El Jefe's Chop Shop. So yesterday we went to the Wreckers, Jackson and I, and then today's Sunday, so I'm just waiting for Em. She's in the house, and we're going to go to Dale's house and steal his car trailer. So I picked up Dale's trailer, absolutely filthy. So hose it off for him and then go park it up for the night. And then tomorrow we'll be on our adventure to go pick up what we've bought. Dale never asks anything for me borrowing his trailer. He never asks for anything in return, so that's the least I can do. So Luke and I have just finished loading up the new truck. Hey, and it's over here. Thanks, Marcus. Sorry that you'll be crying yourself to sleep tonight, but you can come visit whenever you want. So we just got to the car wash, and Marcus has sorted us out with heaps of parts, and we're just going to give the truck a bit of a pressure wash, try and get it a bit cleaner. It's got mold and stuff going on, moss and stuff, which is really cool, but it's also full of spiders and dirt and muck. So pressure wash it, see what we're working with. But if you look inside the cab, you can see how small it really is. Now that we've got all the parts out, it's super tiny. So this is your seat level, if not a little bit higher. So we can cut all this out if we need to and just make it here, so where your feet go, and then just make all this flat if we really want to. Put a seat in, up the back. But as you can see, it's quite small. Jeff for reference. So this is with no seat, so I'll be sitting a little bit higher and a little bit further forward, but you can tell it's not very big. Not very big at all. So we've been home for about 45 minutes, got the engine and gearbox out, made room for whatever engine we decide to put in it. So I'm not too sure what we're putting in it yet, but trying to work out how much room we've got. So there's not actually as much room as I was hoping, although it looks like there's lots, there's not actually that much. So we've been messing around with the Toyota waste for most of the day. We went to the Toyota Wreckers, Just Wrecking Toyota, and grabbed a Hilux dual cab rear seat. It's the right kind of width and pretty thin. So we're just playing with some mounting ideas now with a bit of block section, just to see roughly where we want it. I haven't really updated much today because we've kind of been running around. Not sure what engine we're doing still. The amount of room we have isn't plentiful, so it's going to be a bit tricky. we'll get a seat in, and then we know how high our floor's going to be, make sure we're comfortable and stuff, make sure it's actually going to, you know, put an engine in it and be able to sit in it, because the pair would be nice rather than just having an engine and no seating. So it's got a piece of 2-inch square tube, just going to run that across the inside at the back of the cab, and then we can mount the seats to this. So the plan is to bolt this to the floor of the toiletways and then bolt the seats to this. Maybe not the best choice, but it's a whole lot stronger than anything that's in that cab right this second. So we're just going to center it on this. This is pretty much as wide as the cab is. So we'll center the seat, get it all bolted in, and then chuck it in the car and show you where it sits. So, finished working on the Toyota 25 for today. Toyota, that's what this is by the way. We got the door hinge back on. We got a seat in and a questionably dodgy seat mount. It's probably stronger than what's in a Hilux to be honest, but just a piece of RHS that runs across, seats bolted to that. Haven't done a front one yet because we don't know where that's going to land. The steering's kind of back in, but we bent the steering shaft. So pretty awkward to get it to do anything. We need to make a mount for that and move it all the way up as high as we can. And then took the old engine out, took all the wiring out, took all the bits and bobs we don't need out, and that's pretty much it for today. So we're just on our way to Dale's house, take his trailer back and maybe pick up a possible engine that we might try and fit. So there we go. So the last clip you saw was us going to go to Dale's house to get an engine. So we've got an engine, it's an LS of course, from Dale. I've just borrowed this at the moment to see if it fits, and then Emily and I last night chucked it into the chassis, so it actually does fit between the rails, which is what we were worried about, and I think the LS2, LS3 style manifolds will fit. So the LS1 ones wouldn't go in, but the LS3, LS2 ones should, so I've got some of those in the car, I just haven't got that far yet. So this is sitting on the floor at the moment. It needs to go forwards about a foot, so pretty much the whole engine will be under the cab, or very close to. And then we'll have the Turbo 400 or 4L60 or 4L80 or whatever I end up using, and then about half a metre of tail shaft. So I'm going to try and get the steering working today, and then hopefully if we get time we can either lift the cab up, so we're going to lift this thing. So we're going to lift the cab about 2 inches to give us a bit more room for the LS, and then if we get heaps of time somehow, maybe try and mount this as well, or at least get an idea and mock together. So cab up, steering mounted, that guy in there. So it's day 2 on the Toyoace here. So I went to U-Pull It last night and got a steering shaft out of a 04, 05 Corolla, which is this long wobbly dude. So the plan is I've cut the steering shaft shorter out of the Toyoace. This is the same size inside diameter as the outside diameter of the shaft, so that'll slip on there. Then this end, which is splined, is actually the same spline as the Toyoace original steering wheel, which is very surprising, but Toyota uses like 3 different splines, so that'll work. And then I've got a K30 steering shaft, which actually slides over the top of the Toyoace steering shaft also. And then this end goes to K30 steering wheel. So then I've got my orange steering wheel, which I've been trying to find something to put it in. So we've got the stock K30 steering wheel shaft, and then into this, which is K30, into Toyoace, into 2004 Corolla, into Toyoace. So there's a bit of stuff around to work that out, but got it all. Everything's too long at the moment, but we can cut it all down. Then this morning I went to the bearing place and got 2 bearings to hold the steering shaft. So this one is a 3/4 inch and this one is an inch. So this is 3/4, this is an inch, and then the bottom is an inch as well. So I've got 2 inch ones and 1 3/4. So that'll go on there, 1 on the bottom, 1 on the top. So there'll be 3 fixed points, hold the steering wheel in 2 places, and then the bottom one will hold the steering box from trying to rotate. So that's pretty much it for now. We're just going to cut everything shorter and see how it all fits together. So I've just been playing with the steering on the Toyota here. I've taken the steering box out, we've cut the steering shaft down. We're going to make a little adapter and weld it on here. Probably not the greatest idea, but it'll work for what we want. So just pulled it apart, cleaned everything, made sure it's all happy and it will work. So I'm just resealing this plate and this plate here, and then we can put it all back together, put it back in the truck. So we had to pull the steering off at this end, which is a little bit awkward, and everything was covered in grease, so it's a bit of a pain. But once we get it back in, we can put the little adapter on here and then start shooting up towards where we're going to put the steering wheel. So we'll show you that shortly. So we've moved on from steering for a minute. We've got the box back in and we've got everything sort of mocked up. But I do want to do a body lift with this. So I want to lift it up about 2 inches in the cab mounts and then 2 inches in the suspension and then about 1 inch or so in the tyres. So it'd be about 5 inches higher, but we need to get these mounts off. So we've been drilling the rivets out, which look like that on one side. So you grind them off and then we've been drilling them flat and then beating the absolute out of them with the pin punch thing and the hammer. So just drill a bit until that sort of sits in there and then just belt it until the rivet comes out. So we've done these 4, we've got 4 on the back and then these will come off and then we can make it a little mount 2 inches higher and remount the cab. But this is kind of killing us, so taking turns in belting this thing because your hands get pretty sore after a while. And then once this is done, we can put some 2-inch box at the back and then we'll be 2 inches higher. So we've been doing a bit of work on the toy waste today. The cameraman got distracted by another cameraman with a drone. So just doing a body lift. We were planning on doing 2 inches, but the way that the brackets that we managed to get off of there, the way that they sit, it was about to be straight through the piece of metal. So I'd have to drill like that, which isn't gonna work. So we've gone with a 3-inch body lift. Just drilling the last of the 2 holes now, and then that'll go on there and get welded in. And then the original brackets, which are these guys, I'll just bolt those on top and then we can lower this back down into these little grooves here. And then I'm just gonna make 2 little blocks for the back, which are also 3 inches. So that's probably as much as we'll get done today. I need to clean up because the shed's coming tomorrow and the driveway is not exactly clean. So I'm gonna clear all that up and smash this out so we can move the truck. At least if we break the LS, I have footage to give Dale.
Yeah, we're over it.
It's sketchy.
Very. Okay, as you come down, I'll pull back, yeah?
Yeah, I'm just almost out of room because the LS is going to get stuck in the hips of the engine crank. Alright, so it's coming down.
Yeah. How much room have we got to the engine from the front?
It's fine.
Okay.
I should get further as it comes down. So
Yeah.
yeah, we got heaps of room.
Dad.
That was so much easier than when Emily and I did it. We went in from the back and that was difficult.
Yeah.
So I just cut some little steam pipe pieces, they're 3 inches long, and I just used the hole saw and cut some little caps out. So I'll weld those on, drill a hole through all of them, which I've already got a center hole from the hole saw, weld them together, and there's our rear body lift. So the back body lift mounts are all done. So just welded some plates on either end, just got to smooth the welds off, drill the holes a little bit bigger, lift the back of the cab up, chuck them in, put a bolt through it. Just got the 3-inch rear cab mounts in, so just a bolt all the way through it and a plate either side. So it's not going to crush, it's not going to fall over, so it's all good. If I do get a bit worried about it not being secure enough, I can weld it straight to the chassis or straight to the cab. So that's fine, we've got one on either side. So now we have 3 inches more for engine, which is exactly what you want because we want more engine. And then, you know, maybe sneak some more space here and there and put a supercharger on it, we'll see. Depends how dumb it is. I think it's going to be plenty dumb enough. Alright, so we just got the steering sort of sorted in the Toyota Ace. So it's a little bit too long still, which I've just found out. I need to punch it all that way a little bit more, which is fine. And then I've welded a adapter to the steering box, and then this is all uni joints all the way up to here, and then I've welded it to here. And this is K30 steering column, which I had earlier. So K30 steering column, and this is 04 Corolla. There's a little bit of Toyota Ace in there, and then it goes down to the Toyota Ace down the bottom. So it all steers, no worries. I just have to make some kind of mount to hold this center bearing and the top bearing, which is bolted in, but I want to make something that joins it all together. And then that's pretty much it for now. I've got to make the steering box not try and fall over when I steer, which is a bit annoying. So if I turn at the moment and the wheels are heavier than the steering box has got restraint on it, it'll just pull itself over. So I'm going to make a mount down there and make a mount for the center bit, and then we've got steering. That's it for this episode of LHV Shop Shop. See you next week.